Hey guys, so way back when I made a video on the band Archspire, and the thumbnail of it had my middle finger prominently wedged right in the sniz of the band's logo. I completely dismantled their new record at the time, Bleed the Future, and since then I come across them. I come across Dean's content mainly, where his wife utterly lampoons him for not knowing the most basic of metal trivia. But anytime, because I have forayed into technical death metal myself, and because I do listen to that kind of stuff, at least the older stuff, I get fed their name as a band that I should listen to, and everything about them is the opposite of what I look for in that genre. They are a deathcore band, no matter how they dress it up, and I don't know. It's bad music, and it's music where the intent is to showcase their virtuosity, their dexterity, their speed, without any message at all. They're just in it to have fun, and I like fun as much as the next guy. We've talked about fun as a diversion before. I like to think that there is still depth to be found in metal. They are not a band that is looking to show you that. They are guys with smiles on their faces, and they want you to like them, and they want you to have fun with them and have fun listening to their music. That's great. But one of the few kinships between punk and metal that I understand and respect is turning your back on the commercialization of the music. And unfortunately, Archspire went ahead and put up a Kickstarter for their new record, asking for a whopping $125,000 to fund their new record, which is already recorded for the most part. They say for the most part. I'm sure it is completely recorded. This is something that bands like Cryptopsy have done. This is something that a band like Misery Signals has done, where they claim to be independent. They want to not use a label. That's the goal of Archspire here, is they do not want to use a label. They want to do it all on their own, coming down to the artwork, the PR, the pressing of the vinyl and the CDs and tapes. Why would you make CDs? Don't know. All of that they want to have help from their fans to obtain the money for, and then surely will sell it back to the fans. But other bands that have done this, like Cryptopsy, have claimed that they want to just have it be crowdfunded, have it be independent, and then sure as shit when they accept the money from the fan base, they sign with a label anyway, and then have the exposure that they can have that transcends their own personal reach while still pocketing the money from the fans. I think it's incorrigible behavior. And I don't think that people should have to suffer necessarily to make art. This is not a band that makes art, they make product. And especially now when money comes flowing towards them from the fan base, it is going to be product, because they are more now than ever to be indebted to give fans what they want to hear, and fans are stupid, so they will give them the breakdowns. They'll give them the talking points of the dexterity of how quick their fingers are moving, all of this shit that will get people buzzing without having any kind of grounding in an emotional catharsis or a story or anything that the band is trying to showcase as their identity. None of that's going to be there, and it can't be there. Now you have to deliver what fans want. People want the talking points. They're not going to spend the time trying to glean any depth anymore. Not that this is a band you should ever do that with. But this is a band that also has made a video going ahead and showing that they had a massive tour bus, and they talked about all of the money that went into a tour, which is fucking crazy. I have done the tour life. I've done the van life. It's hard. It is hard. I've done the whole work your ass off, then hemorrhage money on tour, but we were gonna do it anyway. We were gonna do it because we cared about the music. We cared about getting it out there and getting heard. And if you care about your art, hate to call it art in reference to this band, but if you care about it, you're going to do it even if you go broke doing it. You're going to do it if you have to go in debt doing it, because it's something you have to do. If you're a creative type, and you'll understand this, you will have to produce the thing that is inside you, or you will wither away. And uh, it's not going to matter if you don't have the money. You're going to do it. And that is, I just, that's not something that these guys can relate to. This is a fun thing that they do that they magically happen to have a huge fan base for. And now, if you say technical death metal, this is the bullet point band. That is a shame, but it's true. And people will always come at me saying, like, you're a failed musician. You're only jaded and you're mad because they have success and you don't. And I don't live in a vacuum. I have a perspective that I have because I have done a lot of things. And yeah, I wish that I could have. I don't ever say I wish I was successful. All I wanted ever was for people to listen to what I've done. I don't care about money. I've always worked hard, and I still do that. I'm an old guy that I work about a 60-hour, if I'm lucky, work week. I'm salaried, and I get the dick end up the ass all day, every day, and it never stops. And all I want to do is get home and get to my computer and write and record music before I die. That's my goal, and I just wanted to be heard. And these guys managed to gain a fan base that not only thinks that asking them for money is fine, but they're championing it and being like, this is so great. You guys are doing all the right things. I am going to give you my money. And not only did they raise the $125,000, but the last I checked, they were at like $163K. Fucking insane. I don't know. I think musicians asking fans for money is fucking bananas. Like, I just put out a record 2 weeks ago. I think 2 weeks ago. I wanted to make it so that it's free, but Bandcamp doesn't allow that, so I had to put it at the lowest tier, which is pay what you want. I have six purchases. 6 people listen to the record. I hate that happened. And I don't want what a band that's high profile like Archspire has. I've never had delusions of grandeur where I thought the stuff that I do was going to get me anywhere. I just wanted people that are similar to me that want to hear something cool that's different and unique and something that is uniquely theirs. I want people to look for that and find it in something that I've produced. I think that I'm still capable of that. But this isn't just about me. Regardless of my output, I would feel this same way. I feel I've always felt that you work, especially in metal, you work so that you can obtain the money to do the art that you want to do because you have to do it. It's an innate urge. You have to do it. And then you make the shit and it's fucking toilsome. It's hard. It takes time. And you make the thing and then you go back to your fucking, back-breaking, horrible life. And then you get to enjoy that dynamic of I have my normal life, I work hard, but I won't let money steer my product. I won't let money steer my art, because the second money gets involved in it, the second you start thinking about how to make this a profitable venture, you have to play to the lowest common denominator. You know what people want to hear, and it's never going to be something that is depth. It's because people are basic. People want to hear what is relatable. They want to put themselves in the product. They don't want to hear your unique take at all. They want to hear their take expressed through other people so that their own narcissism is mirrored. And that sucks, but that's the way the world is, especially now. But I don't want to have this conversation just get totally off the rails in terms of like my own perspective on this. But like I had said, I've always viewed art as something that is your expression that is profit free. If you make money doing it, that's a fucking blessing. If it's organic and real and true to yourself and you happen to make money doing it, I'm not going to be upset about that. But I've never thought of making music, making metal especially, something that is a rebellious genre of music that turns its back on commercialism because of the emptiness of the human experience that it is part of. I've never once thought about that. But if you watch these guys in their videos where they talk about going independent, they they're all smiles and joking around, and it's like just a fucking game to them. Uh, I didn't get into the breakdown of their tier list. If you want to look at the dude from Rip to Shreds put out a video debunking the math behind what they're asking. So if you want like a literal math based breakdown and why it doesn't make sense what they're asking for, he has a very informative video. My take on it is more about the concept of what they're doing and how wrong it is, and how they're going to accept all of this money that is going to greatly transcend what is needed to put this record together. And they're going to pocket that and then sell that product again. And the fans are going to feel like they participated in it when it's surely already completed. And I just find the whole thing grotesque. And it fucking worked. I can't be mad at it. You know, like if there's a need for it, and there's people that can be exploited, where you can just go ahead and make money off of it, like a scab on humanity like Gene Simmons recently put up like a $10,000 fee for someone to be his roadie, and some loser dad went ahead and did it and said it was one of his most like amazing experiences in the world. Gene Simmons has made a grifting his life, so like it's not a surprise. I wasn't mad to hear it. It's idiots are going to lose their money. That's what idiots do. They're going to throw their money at things they don't need. But, you know, like we're being told constantly that, you know, the economy is terrible. Nobody has money for houses. No one has money for anything like they used to. And then they're going to fill these idiots in Archspire's pockets for a record they've already made. And it just blows my fucking mind. It blows my mind that this is what death metal is now. Like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? I mean, I've already been admittedly biased against the band. This doesn't change anything, but it surely cements my thought process on how they operate, who they are as people, and why their music sucks. Because it all makes sense. Your music is who you are as a person. It's a reflection of you. You can't get away from it. And it all is a perfect package of complete garbage. So that is my thought process on what they're doing and what this band is. So, yeah, thanks for listening to yet another rant about Archspire.